Let us observe the next question. What percentage of 15.2 kgs is 19 grams? Here we have given this in kgs and it is in grams. So we need to convert this kgs into grams. So in order to convert to kgs into grams, we should multiply it by 1000. Okay. So on multiplying it by 1000, you will get it as an 15200 grams that you will get. Out of this 19 grams, how much percentage that we are asked to find out? So 19 by 15,200 into 100 percentage. So 2 zeros get cancelled. 19 1 the 19 8 the. So 1 by 8. 1 by 8 if you convert into decimals, 1 by 8 percentage means this can be written as 0.125 percentage. That is of option C is the correct one. Now let us observe the next question. 25 percentage of 6000 minus 15 percentage of 3000. So 25 percentage means what? For 100 into 6000 minus 15 percentage means what? For 100 into 3000. So 2 zeros get cancelled. So we left over with a 25 into 60 minus 15 into 30. So 25 into 60, that is 1500 minus 450, that gives you 1050 is the answer. So that is second option is the correct one for this question. 40 percentage of 1640 plus something gives you 35 percentage of 980 plus 150 percentage of 850. So for this what number we should add, we don't know. So let me suppose that as x. So 40 percentage means what? 40 for 100, half means into 1640 plus x, required number we has x, 35 for 100 into 980 plus 150 percentage means for 100 into 850. This 0, this cancel. Okay. What is left over? 4 into 164. 4 into 164, 656 plus x, that gives you, okay, so 5 2s are 5 7s are 2 1s are 2 4s are 8, 1 left 9, 49 7s are, that is 343 plus 15 into 85, that is 1275, and adding this 656 plus x gives you, and adding this 2 we get it as a 1618, and transposing this one to other hand it becomes a minus. So x is equal to 1618 minus 656. So x value is what? 962 is the answer for this question. Okay. Now let us observe the next question. 2/3 of 3/5 of 1/6 of a number is 45. Then what is 1/5 of that number? Okay. What we have given? 2/3. That means 2 by 3 times of 3/5 of 3 by 5 times of 1/6, 1 by 6 times of 45, 1 by 6 times of a number gives us a 45. Okay. So firstly we should find out that required number. So for that we should transpose this all terms to other hand. So required number becomes what? 45 into, and transposing these all multiplied to other hand, this becomes a reciprocals. So 3 by 2 into 5 by 3 into 1 by 6, sorry 6 by 1 you will get. Okay, 2 3 is 6, 6 get cancelled. Okay, so required number is what? Required number is 45 into 15, but what we should find out? We should find out 1/5. We should find out a 1/5 of that number. Okay, so 1/5 of that number is 1 by 5 times of 45 into 15. So 5 1 the 5 3 the 45, 3 the 45 3 the, we get it as an 135. Okay, so 135 is the answer. That is of option A is the correct one. Okay. Now let us observe the next question. The difference between the number and its 1/3 of is 150. What is 40 percentage of number? Okay, difference between a number. Okay, let us suppose required number is x, and difference between this number and it's 1/3. 1/3 of that number gives us a 150. So on taking LCM, 3x minus x gives you 150. So 2x by 3 gives you 150. So x is equal to what? 150 into 3 by 2. Okay, so 2 1 the 275 the, so x is equal to what? 75 into 3. No need to multiply as of now. We should find out 40% of that number. Okay, so 40% of this number 75 into 3. So 40 for 100 into 75 into 3. Okay, 25 3 the 25, 4 the 4 1 the 4 10 the. Now this can be simplified as a 3 3 the 9, 9 10 the 90. So 40% of that number is 90. Okay, let us say this next question. If 25% of 60 is greater than 10% of number by 4, then what is that number? Okay, so what we have given? We have given that 25% of 60 is greater than 10% of a number by 4. That means what? If I find, if I suppose that required number is x, so 10% of required number x, okay, and 4 more than to it, that gives you 25% of 60. That means 25% of 60 is 4 more than the 10% of required number. So 25 for 100. Okay, so into 60, that gives you 1 by 10. 10% means what? 10 by 100. That gives you into x plus 4. 10 1 the 10 10 the, okay, 25 1 the 25 4 the 4 1 the 4 15 the, that you get. Okay, 15 is equals to x by 10 plus 4, and transposing this plus 4 to the other hand, it becomes minus. 15 minus 4 is equal to x by 10. So 11 is equals to x by 10. From this, x is equal to 11 10 the, that is 110. X is equals to 110. That means required number is what? 110. That is of option B is the correct answer for this question. Okay, now let us see this next question. A number exceeds 15% of it by 170, then what is that number? A number is exceeds means more than the 15% of number by the 110. That means if I suppose required number is x, this is 170 more than the 15% of x. Okay, so x is equals to 15 by 100 into x plus 170, and transposing this one to other hand, x minus 15 by 100 into x gives you 170, and subtracting it, here we should take LCM, that is 100x minus 15x by 100 gives you 170. So 100 minus 15, 100 minus 15, how much you get? We get it as an 85. So 85x by 100 gives you 170. Okay, so to find out the value of x, we need to transpose this 85 by 100 to other hand, so it becomes reciprocal. So x is equal to 170 into 100 by 85. Okay, so this is 17 10 the 117, 17 5 the, okay, 5 1 the 520 the. So x is equal to what? 10 into 20, that is 200. So required number is what? 200. That is of option C is the correct one. Population of the city is 1,50,000. If 30% are children, find the number of children. So what we are given? We have given that 30% of this 1,50,000 are children. So we need to find out number of children means 30% of 1,50,000, that we need to find out. So 30% means what? 30 for 100 into 1,50,000. 2 zeros, 2 0 get cancelled. So 3 15s are 45. Here 1 0. In this 2 zeros are left over. So you get less than 45,000. So number of children are 45,000. That is of option A is the correct one. Okay. Now let us see this next question. Rohan scored 750 marks out of 1000 in the final examination. What was his percentage of marks? Okay, so how many marks he secured? He secured that 750 out of 1000. To find out this into percentage, you should multiply it by 100 and take a percentage symbol. So 2 zeros, this 0 will get cancelled, so left over with us 75%. So that means how much percentage of marks he got? He got a 75%. So option B is the correct one. Okay, now let us see this next question. There are 400 oranges in a box. If 20% of oranges are bad, find the number of good oranges. Okay, so out of 100%, 20% are bad means 80% are good. So 100 minus 20, that is 80. So we are asked to find out number of good oranges means what? 80% of total, that is 400. That is 80 per 100 into 400. So 100 1 the 104 the, so 84 that is 320. So number of good oranges are 320. So option B is the correct one.